Lesson: Risks in termination and breach. Termination and breach of contract are two critical elements that professionals must navigate carefully to mitigate risks and ensure compliance with contractual obligations. Understanding the intricacies of these elements is essential for minimizing potential legal and financial repercussions. This lesson provides a detailed exploration of the risks associated with termination and breach, emphasizing actionable insights, practical tools, and frameworks that professionals can implement. Firstly, it is crucial to recognize the contractual clauses that govern termination and breach. Contracts typically include specific provisions detailing the circumstances under which a party can terminate the agreement and the consequences of a breach. These provisions are designed to protect the interests of both parties and provide a clear roadmap for addressing disputes. However, the complexity of these clauses can often lead to misinterpretations and conflicts. For instance, ambiguous language in the termination clause can result in disagreements about whether a breach has occurred or if the conditions for termination have been met. To effectively manage these risks, professionals should employ a structured approach to contract review and negotiation. One practical tool is the contract analysis framework, which involves a systematic examination of all contract terms and conditions to identify potential risks and opportunities for improvement. This framework encourages a thorough understanding of the contract's language and its implications, enabling professionals to negotiate more favorable terms and minimize the likelihood of disputes. For example, a detailed review of termination clauses might reveal opportunities to incorporate specific triggers for termination, such as failure to meet key performance indicators, thereby reducing ambiguity and the risk of conflict. In addition to contract analysis, professionals should develop a robust risk mitigation strategy that addresses the potential consequences of termination and breach. This strategy should include contingency plans that outline the steps to be taken in the event of a breach, such as initiating dispute resolution procedures or pursuing legal action. A well-structured contingency plan can help mitigate the financial and reputational damage associated with a breach, ensuring that the organization is prepared to respond effectively to unexpected challenges. One effective framework for developing a risk mitigation strategy is the risk management process, which involves identifying, assessing, and prioritizing risks, followed by the implementation of strategies to mitigate or eliminate those risks. This process encourages a proactive approach to risk management, allowing professionals to anticipate potential issues and develop solutions before they escalate into significant problems. For example, a risk management process might identify the risk of a supplier failing to deliver goods on time as a potential breach, prompting the organization to diversify its supplier base or negotiate more favorable contract terms to mitigate this risk. To illustrate the practical application of these tools and strategies, consider the case of a multinational corporation that faced significant financial losses due to the termination of a key supplier contract. The contract's termination clause was ambiguous, leading to a protracted legal battle over whether the supplier had breached its obligations. By employing a contract analysis framework during the negotiation phase, the corporation could have identified and addressed the ambiguity, potentially avoiding the dispute altogether. Additionally, a comprehensive risk mitigation strategy could have included contingency plans for sourcing alternative suppliers, minimizing the impact of the termination on the corporation's operations. In addition to the legal and financial implications, termination and breach can also have significant reputational consequences. For instance, a high-profile breach or termination can damage an organization's relationships with customers, suppliers, and other stakeholders, leading to a loss of trust and credibility. To mitigate these risks, professionals should prioritize effective communication and relationship management throughout the contract lifecycle. This includes maintaining open lines of communication with all parties involved, addressing concerns promptly, and demonstrating a commitment to ethical business practices. Furthermore, organizations should invest in training and development programs to enhance the contract management skills of their employees. By equipping staff with the knowledge and tools needed to identify and address contractual risks, organizations can reduce the likelihood of breaches and terminations. For example, training programs might cover topics such as contract negotiation techniques, risk assessment methods, and dispute resolution strategies, providing employees with the skills needed to navigate complex contractual issues effectively. In conclusion, managing the risks associated with termination and breach requires a comprehensive approach that combines contract analysis, risk mitigation strategies, and effective communication. By employing practical tools and frameworks, such as the contract analysis framework and the risk management process, professionals can enhance their proficiency in identifying and addressing contractual risks. Additionally, investing in training and development programs can empower employees to manage contracts more effectively, reducing the likelihood of disputes and ensuring compliance with contractual obligations. Ultimately, a proactive approach to contract risk management can help organizations navigate the complexities of termination and breach, safeguarding their interests and maintaining positive relationships with stakeholders.